Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Transformers vs. Terminator issue number 4 of 4. This was an awesome book. I forgot that this was out. I was literally trying to look up a couple details about the freaking Back to the Future versus Transformers. I didn't get there yet, but in the meantime, I was like, wait a second, whatever happened to part 4 of this book? And wow, it came out last week. Somehow I freaking missed it entirely. Oops, my bad. Anyway, I downloaded the book. Well, don't have to download the book off of Comixology. But anyway, I bought the book off of Comixology, get to see it there, and bang, this was good. This was a smashing good hit. Let's talk about who made this comic book. And then we'll talk about if this comic book actually did wind up nailing it on the head with the ending and more. So the story is by David Marionette and John Barber. Those two also did the writing for the book. Tom Waltz also had something to do with the story, and he did the editing. Art by Alex Milne. Milne? I don't know how to pronounce that name. I hope he doesn't get mad at me. David Garcia Cruz, he does the colors. Jake M. Wood does the letters, and Riley Farmer does the assistant edits. This is an IDW book, and it's a damn good IDW book. The D must stand for damn. I don't know what the other ones stand for. I'm joking. Anyway, I really liked this. So the main thing that you're looking for when a series comes to an end, especially a limited series, is that the story actually gets wrapped up. Are there any loose ends? If there is a loose end, is it addressed at the end in the sense of, oh, guess what? This could lead into something else. Yes, yes, and also a little bit of yes. I actually only said 2 things before, but I'm saying 3 yeses because it probably fills in that also. This literally hit every single mark, every check mark on the box filled in. Perfect. And inventive, imaginative too. Yeah, I really think you guys are going to like this. Right away, we see that the Terminator can't, from the first issue, we see the Terminator simply could not go head-to-head with most of these Transformers, not with his own weaponry. Well, you and I have to fear the weaponry. These Transformers are like, you're funny, at best. The most he was able to do was make Megatron miss a shot. Yeah, big deal. I'll brace for it next time. Or maybe I'll just shoot at you, right? What's a Terminator going to do against an effing fusion cannon? Am I wrong? So when we get to see that he has to be smart now, he has to lie in the very beginning of this issue. I think you would have already seen that in the previews. Dude, I enjoyed the hell out of this. He has a goal. And the goal in mind is not in favor of the Transformers or in favor of the humans. It's literally only Cyberdyne related. That's his ultimate goal. So often you see somebody do the right things, but for the wrong reason. You know what I'm saying? It's like wow, cool, but you don't get a thanks because you weren't actually looking to please me, were you? You know what I'm saying? You weren't trying to appeal to the masses, were you? So when you read this, guys, I'm telling you, like the cold-bloodedness, the absolute, of course it's machine-mindedness because that's what the Terminator is. By the time you get to the end of this, all the things that have happened in the previous 3 issues, even the things that seemed like loose ends, it all gets wrapped up. And the Transformers are somehow completely crippled. So much so that this is going to be a little tiny bit spoilery, but there aren't enough Transformers on the map on Earth anymore in order for them to actually have Decepticons and Autobots. It's simply, they can't keep going like this anymore. That was impressive. To see all these guys actually die. The Transformers couldn't kill themselves. They had to have a greater threat that simply outthought them at pretty much every single pace. Was able to wait, show some patience with machine-like efficiency to strike at the right moment. No hesitation, no screwing up, no missing your mark. Every single thing was done with expert precision, and it wasn't even like there was a plan for most of this. A lot of it was actually just on the spur of the moment, but very well calculated. Yo, imagine what would happen if there were more than one Terminator coming after these guys now. Imagine if there was an upgrade. This comic book, bro, I don't care if you did it in floppies or if you did it in trade paperback. This really just like check, check, check every single mark down the list. This was impressive as all hell. These guys at IDW, take a round of applause. And not just in general, like it's not about me and pleasing me, whatever, but like if you can please me, I'm going to put this amount of stock on myself. I don't like that the property isn't with Marvel specifically. I don't like what IDW has been doing with the Transformers for the most part. There's too many books, the stories are rushed, it is what it is, and it's like, to me, this is a major property. I know it's not like, the biggest moneymaker ever, but it was apparently making them a couple of bucks, you know what I'm saying? Kept a couple of these guys, kept like John Barber and all these guys off the pole. It was funny if you just let it be. Anyway, all respect in the world to John Barber and all these guys, really. For them to pull off a book, a Transformers book, that I actually, not just, thought, oh, this was actually pretty good, no, whatever. No, this was actually really good. This was an amazing story. I genuinely enjoyed this. They've been mixing up their properties a lot as of late, including the Transformers versus Visionaries, which is one of the only other stories that I actually liked. And they ended it because the Unicron thing that I guess some people liked, I personally couldn't get into it. It seemed like everything was pointing in the direction of this being epic, but I just couldn't get into that because it just doesn't feel like my Transformers. You know what I'm saying? So, but when you do pull off a Transformers book and I like it, I'm saying you definitely hit some marks. At the very least, you hit the right marks with me for whatever that's worth. Anyway, guys, I think you're going to enjoy this, and I'm looking forward to them making more stories in this universe, because again, I've said this in the previous episode, the previous review, this is an entirely new universe, a new timeline, a new reality for the Transformers, and technically the Terminators, and I need, for emphasis, need to see this freaking universe continue. I need to see Transformers versus Terminator Part 2. Maybe just call it Terminators versus Transformer. You know what? Let me just stop, because I don't want anybody to think that, oh crap, he said it, so we can't use the name. No. Why not? It's your license. Do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my word, I will not sue. I'm on video saying this stuff. Literally just whatever, man. This is the kind of stuff that we need to see pushed forward in the comic book industry. This was amazing. And if you have an alternate universe where these guys show up, yeah, I'm going to read the hell out of this comic book. I'm going to read the hell out of that series, out of that line, all of it. There should definitely be alternate universes that these guys can explore. But you got Elseworlds in Marvel. You got Elseworlds in DC and What If in Marvel. Durr. So what would IDW do for their Elseworlds What If type thing? What worlds? Else if? Have fun. I'm not going to try and, push a name for that one. Anyway, guys, I'm out. Definitely get this book. I really don't think you're going to be disappointed. I don't see how you could be disappointed. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Like and watch an ad. Class dismissed.